Good afternoon, this is Todd, and I'm glad you've joined me. It's a Friday afternoon, and we are just welcoming in our VOMP, our VOMP, VO Marketing Pro group members, and anybody else that wants to peek in and see what's going on. I'm going to have an update for you. It's an exciting update, an update for me, and a little something to talk about in just a moment. But first of all, you're probably saying, Todd, what in the world is going on again? I mean, if you've been watching these videos all along, there's been a couple of times where you have been in some weird environments as you do these Friday afternoon updates. And here I am again in kind of a different environment. This is my wife and I, our closet. Normally I'm over in that area of our upstairs, but this time I'm here, and the reason that I'm here doing this is A, I had a busy week, and B, I'm experimenting with my hobo fort again. You can't see this, but the hobo fort is around me, and behind me is our closet, as I said, and I'm doing some experimenting for a couple of reasons. First, we live in a quiet neighborhood, in a quiet house, in a very quiet community. But for this summer, starting just 2 weeks ago and going all the way through August, we have road construction. Not on our real quiet street that's almost a little bit like a dead end. It's not really a through street. So I have kind of a perfect recording environment. But just one block over is a fairly busy two-lane highway, Highway 14 through Wisconsin, south central Wisconsin. And so they're doing some major construction, and I wanted to replicate my studio. I started working on this a year ago, and I've been working at replicating my studio for two reasons. One, in preparation for this possibility that I could get interrupted if the road construction is just so loud that a block away I can hear it in my studio in my basement. Then I might have to go on the road and find a friend or relative in a different area of this area to house my studio for a while. And so I wanted to make sure it was up to snuff to service my clients. Second thing is, and one of the reasons why I have it backed up against this closet, is because at my age and working all my life, there comes a time where you maybe want to travel just a little bit more. And so my wife and I are thinking, along with our adult sons, just, how can I still do a lot of VO and yet travel a little bit? And so we're working on replicating a studio and maybe even taking it on the road in as small of a package, and yet something that is going to still have the sound quality where my regular clients aren't going to say, hey, what's going on? Are you in a box or whatever? So anyway, that's the reason that I'm backed up against this closet and the lighting is a little different and such. So please forgive me for that, but it kind of makes it a little bit of a different environment, to say the least. Well, I want to talk to you today again about direct email marketing, but especially about diversification. And if you don't mind, I have some cheat sheets here that I'm going to go off of just so that I can be clear. My wife and I are quite conservative when it comes to finances. It's probably been, I think, over 20 years since we've had any debt of any kind. And we have a tendency toward frugality. We're quite frugal. It's the way that I was brought up, and we've just become that over the years. We've become more and more frugal. In fact, my kids tease me about it regularly. It's good-hearted teasing, but nevertheless, I am a frugal person. I do like to be generous with my giving and with my savings, but I'm sure a lot of people would call me a fiscal conservative, conservative fiscally. Honestly, I think I'm pretty astute when it comes to basic finances. I think I've done a pretty good job. I think my wife and I and our family do a pretty good job financially. However, when it comes to things like investments and retirement plans, IRAs, stocks and bonds, etc., 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 I'm pretty lost, to be honest with you. And so what happens is I get help. I get the help I need. And we have a financial planner that we've worked with for quite a few years now, and he really knows his stuff. And better yet, I trust him. We trust him. That's an important thing. And as you would guess, one of his key pieces of advice and strategies is, yes, diversification. When it comes to a financial portfolio, it's critical to have diversity. Not sure I've ever heard any financial advisor say differently. They all preach diversity in some form or another, and it might be, different ways of, producing the same effect, but nevertheless, it is a diversification philosophy. When it comes to money, diversity is huge. I don't think anybody would really disagree with that. And so the same is true when it comes to income streams in business, and we're speaking, of course, VO business. To be honest with you, I get a little bit nervous when there are people out there, and I know quite a few of them, who are locked into one income stream. Maybe it's Fiverr, or maybe it's Voices.com or Voice123 or Upwork or just direct email marketing. That's all they do, is just one thing. And some people, I'm afraid, spend so much time working on that one income stream and tweaking it and working on algorithms and all of these different things, that I wonder sometimes if they couldn't spend a little bit more of their time, not at the expense of some of that analytical things, those analytical things, but maybe in going in the direction of investigating new income streams. Now, I don't want all my eggs in one basket financially or in voiceover. I don't want to be at the whim of some algorithm on some platform. And forgive the terminology, but I don't want some nerd who can change my VO income whenever it suits them. So, don't get me wrong. You need to spend the time to make sure that things are done right, no matter what income stream you're using, no matter what platform or what form of income stream. Just haphazardly saying, oh, Todd says you got to diversify, and so I got to get on this platform and do this and that. That's not what I'm talking about. Just haphazardly getting on lots of platforms isn't going to do it. But just keep this in mind. Diversity is the key to a consistent income. Diversity is the key to a consistent income, but it's also to a safe income, just like it is in a financial portfolio. You don't want all your eggs in one basket. So let me just tell you, we're done with the first quarter, basically. It's April 30th, and so the first quarter of 2021 kind of in the books. Just let me tell you my numbers here, just so I can be transparent about this. First quarter of 2021, platforms came in at $29,163. Direct email marketing money came in at $65,818. So 30% of my income came from platforms, and 70% came from direct email marketing clients. Now, the total for this quarter is $94,981. $94,981 in the first quarter of 2021. Now, when I talk about diversity overall, that's what I mean. But one of the things I like about direct email marketing is there's kind of diversity within diversity. There might be one client that goes out of business or doesn't use you anymore, but you have many other clients to fill in the gaps, and you can get other clients by just marketing. And so that's why I like more of my eggs, if you will, in the direct email marketing basket. 70% actually of my quarter, which is about typical of my income. So those are my first quarter numbers of 2021, and the total is $94,981. 70% of that direct email marketing, 30% platforms. Okay, enough about diversity. Let me tell you some exciting news. We have, I think, for sure one, maybe two people that are joining our VO Marketing Pro group to have the VO Marketing Pro group team and all of us here, Joe and I and Hudson and Drew and the gang, to help them market. But here's the exciting thing. We had 33 warm replies. 33 warm replies this week and 4 jobs. So that's fantastic. That's what we're shooting for, is more and more warm replies as we get your names out there and your demos and links and such, and of course booking jobs. So 33 warm replies and 4 jobs booked this week. So fantastic. Keep up the good work. As far as my week was concerned, platforms, $1,342.40. Direct email marketing was $4,063.71 for a total this week of $5,406.11. So there you have it, another week in the books. I hope you're going to have a great weekend, and we will look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to check out the videos, the podcasts, post there in the Facebook, and let us know how we can help. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye.